For decades, Dawn Wells was celebrated as America's sweetheart, the face of innocence in an era that shaped television history. But as time moves forward, forgotten moments resurface. And when they do, they often tell a more complete story. A rare collection of photos featuring Dawn Wells caught the internet by surprise, not because they were outrageous, but because they revealed a confident, self-assured woman beyond the role that defined her career. Most fans remember Dawn Wells as the cheerful, down-to-earth Marianne. That image was carefully protected by studios and publicists during Hollywood's golden years. But behind the scenes, Dawn Wells was a trained performer, a former beauty queen, and a woman fully aware of her own presence. The resurfacing of these photos didn't feel like a scandal, it felt like a revelation. What makes these images stand out today is how different celebrity culture was back then. There were no social media platforms, no constant pressure to reinvent oneself through extremes. When Dawn Wells stepped into a more glamorous light, it was done with control and intention. She didn't chase attention. Attention found her. That distinction matters, especially when comparing classic Hollywood to today's fame machine. The fascination surrounding these photos grew quickly, sparking conversations across generations. Younger audiences, unfamiliar with her original work, discovered her through these images and then traced back her career. Older fans viewed them with a sense of curiosity and respect, realizing that the woman they admired had always possessed quiet confidence beneath her wholesome image. Unlike many celebrities whose revealing moments become defining headlines, Dawn Wells' reputation remained intact. Why? Because her career was built on professionalism, not provocation. She never used controversy to stay relevant. Even when unexpected photos emerged, they didn't clash with who she was. They simply added dimension to her public story. Dawn Wells represented a time when restraint and mystery carried power. These images didn't shout, they whispered. They reminded audiences that confidence doesn't need to be loud. In fact, subtlety often leaves the strongest impression. That's why, even today, her name continues to circulate with admiration rather than scandal. As discussions continue online, many agree that Dawn Wells aged with grace, dignity, and self-respect. She remained connected to her fans, always appreciative of the love she received over the years. These photos, rather than diminishing her legacy, highlighted her humanity, a reminder that even icons are multifaceted. In the end, Dawn Wells' story is not about what was revealed, but about what was understood. She was more than a character, more than a moment, and more than an image. She was a woman who lived her life on her own terms, leaving behind a legacy that still captivates audiences today. And that is why, decades later, people are still taking a look.